Here we go. Welcome to Light Language Readings with JJ, Tuta Speaks, Karen, Starseed Awakening. I'm Tarot Stash. Glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us. So, what did you two think? Was that okay?
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. There's just something about like the different colors and the backgrounds. I could stare at like that thumbnail you sent us forever. Oh. It's just like lovely.
Aw, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, well, let's go around, and while people are showing up, how are you, JJ?
I'm good. It snowed in the mountains. We didn't get any on our ground here, but I can see it in the distance. So and my kiddo, my teenager, did the leaf blower yesterday for like 30 minutes, and this windstorm came during the night. So yeah. There are more things to deal with. Yeah. But all good over here.
Good. Karen, how are you?
Yeah. I am really excellent. I have a new background because my grandkids are here visiting for a surprise visit before they leave for 2 years. So it was a good surprise. So I'm in my room. And so if you hear little girl screeching, that's why.
That's the sound of joy.
That is. Or not, depending on what's going on.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Exactly. That's lovely.
And how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Jeffrey and I got out and about and did some stuff and had some lunch, and we're doing some stuff in the sewing studio because this coming week I have a quilt that I need to finish for my sister.
Wow.
For her Christmas gift. My family celebrates Thanksgiving and Christmas the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We call it Thanksmas.
Thanksmas. Yep. Yeah, that's what my family does.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's like, okay. So,
yay.
But so yeah. So and so today we are doing light language readings.
Yes.
And let me put up this new nifty banner that I had. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. No readings on politics, finances, health, or third party. Post questions in all caps. Readings are done in random order, and so please be present for your readings. And let's quickly say hi to some people.
Can I show you something really quick, Gerald?
You can show me, yes, something.
My kiddo loves sewing too, and have you ever heard of furries? This is something that Finn sewed up, and this is what they're going to be doing in their future, is selling these sorts of things. So I'm really proud. I'm a proud mama.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I'm going to scan the questions. I'm not going to scan the chat, and I will be doing my best to capture comments. Mars 54, Annie Bear, Trey Cameron, I have your question. And Tuta Speaks. Everyone, please watch out for this person. Not sure exactly what's going on. You know, they're crazy. Steve Watts is here, Eliza, and all right, Trey, I have your question. And there, let's see. Fogo Pogo is here. So, and just getting caught up. So tonight we are doing readings tonight. This is because this is our 6th time talking about this, and it's been great. And so throughout this, I'm sure we will be able to answer questions while we'll be able to add to light language understanding as we answer questions. So, yep. There is a new intro, and Rossi is here. Hello. Just catching.
I love that word, cattywampus.
Oh, who
Cattywampus.
used cattywampus?
Oil painter.
Ah,
Oil
okay.
painter.
Old Soul is here. Leo is here. And Susan Beckett, love it. I'm just catching up. March 54, I have your question. And okay. And Merita is posting links. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just getting caught up. Okay. So we will try to get through as many questions as possible. Stephanie is here. Oil Painter is here. Sal Rods is here. Fire Mariah. Create Love. Good to see you. And Beth Esposito Rising. Ramon Moonscarab is here. Hello.
I know. I can't wait. Can you click on Moonscarab? I just want to see what their little picture is. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yep. And okay, Fire Mariah, got your question. Leah got your. Wait a minute. I thought I had Leah's question. Okay, caps, please. Because I'm like, I can't see these anyhow. First world problems, right? Annie Bear is reminding everybody to do all the YouTubey things. Okay. All right. Okay. I think there are 45 people who are watching, and all 45 of those people are doing the right thing, which is liking, subscribing, and sharing this video, because that's what that's all of the YouTubey things. And okay, so we right now we have 12 questions. So I'm going to put a press a pause on that. And so let me ask you a question. Oh, Carolyn Booker is here. Okay, let me ask you this, both of you. How do you prepare when you do readings, particularly with light language? What do you do?
What do you do, Karen?
I think for me personally, I do a little prayer. And the first thing that I do is ask my brother, who has passed away, to make sure that he is still my gatekeeper. And to me, he keeps anything negative away from me. There have been times where I've done readings and felt some really weird stuff. So when I asked him to do that, it doesn't happen anymore. The next thing that I do is, sometimes it depends on the weather. I'll go outside. I'll literally take my shoes off, put my shoes or my feet in the ground, and then ask spirit. I say spirit. I say my guides, my soul tribe, my soul family, any star beings or star family that want to come through to have the intent with the highest and best good to allow me to be a clear and concise channel for those that need me. And I just imagine a beautiful stream of light. It bounces different colors sometimes and just radiating outwards, like down and then in and then outwards, and ask for protection.
Nice.
So that's what I do.
Nice. What about you, JJ?
And right. Go ahead.
And no, what do you do at the end?
I know sometimes it depends on if it's really tough for me or it's been a rough day, I will actually listen to, I can't think of his name, but he's an Italian singer, Andre Bocelli.
Yeah.
So I will listen. Well.
Did you see the one, Karen, where he did it? I think it was with Ed Sheeran. There's one he's with Ed Sheeran. That's pretty cool. It's different. There are times I just listen to my people. They have me so far. Sometimes I will just show up, like I didn't do anything too special. Like if they tell me to drink water, I'll drink some water or at least have it present. Sometimes they'll have me sage or drum. But right now I'm just here. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything special. I just I feel like I have a whole group around me, and if something didn't work out, then I would have a chit chat with them. And yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. I always light a candle before I do anything on a live, and I put on a necklace that helps me feel grounded and connected.
Mhm.
She lights a candle. So, and then I will sit without anything crossed so that the energy flows. And sometimes when I'm getting clogged up, it's because I have crossed my crossed my ankles.
Oh my goodness, I'll pay attention to that.
So
also my process is to yell at my family and to put my dogs in the bedroom. That's awesome. That's my tradition. I yell at everybody.
wow.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, everybody. Yell at your family. Oh my
yeah,
God.
just yell at your love and light. Shut the F up, love and light.
Shut up, everybody. I'm trying to work here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna oh, by the way, Jeffrey's voice just said, "That's funny."
Yeah. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you.
So one thing that I also do is I like to make sure that I have the right attitude. And so here's the reminder about that. This section of the video is brought to you by the word gratitude. Everyone say it with me. Gratitude. Gratitude. The state of being grateful. Thankfulness. I am filled with gratitude when you like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Can't go wrong with gratitude.
Gratitude.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
all right. And most of us have heard that Rosalind Carter passed away today. So, sending a lot of love and light in that direction. So long. I mean, 77 years they were married. Love that.
Wow.
So, all right. So, can you, all right. So here you go. We've got Trey's question. Am I meant to eventually be in some sort of a relationship, or do I work better alone?
Mm.
So let's see what that's about. Whomever,
and Trey also said something good too. He said, my family gatherings are far from love and light, which is why I stopped attending them. And that is really good awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Really good awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So are you talking about like a work relationship, like collaboration, or is this like a partner in life where you guys do shenanigans and are in cahoots?
Trey said, I feel like a lot of people aren't meant to be in a relationship. So in a romantic relationship.
Okay. Got it.
So.
Can I go ahead with my light language?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah.
Titano ka este tano titano kia tana pakiana este tano ka titano kia wa. Ashti tana ya tatana kia tena ishema kia wa. Ye tanu tatano kashtita. They say at times we lean on different things that are good for us at the time. Some of us can lean on like our love of certain things. Some is like a love of another human, a love of a four-legged, a two-legged, a winged one, and some people lean on like their love of crystals and rocks. There's all sorts of relationships to go around. I wonder, have you found the thing that you really love? Is it spiritual work? Is it like, what are the things that bring you great joy and that you like lean into? That would be my reading for you.
You want me to go, Gerald, or you want
Yeah, please.
go?
Please go ahead.
So some of my stuff will be quietly sent to each one of you during the reading. There's a reason for that. So it's going to be at the same. They just keep telling me JJ's undertone. So you might hear me and you might not. So one of the things that I saw, Trey, was, why does it have to be in this box? And what I mean by that is, maybe it doesn't have to look like the average relationship. Maybe, it could be where you have this partner who maybe doesn't live with you all the time. It's like there's this, they just showed me this box where it was different than most people's, but that didn't mean it was less than. The other thing they showed me is fly fishing. So some of you may or may not have that sign, fly fishing, but what fly fishing to me means is like, I really want this. And you throw the pole out there and all of a sudden you're like, do I really want somebody living in my house to where I can't do what I want to do? And then you started pulling it back. So those are the two things that came out. And when the light language was coming for you, it was just to be very clear about standing in your own truth and what that looks like for you. Sometimes I think we look outside of ourselves, and I'm not saying this is you. This is kind of blanket statement, that we look outside of ourselves because we think other people are going to make us happy or fill our cup or be that missing puzzle. And again, this doesn't have to be you. It's a blanket statement right now. And so one of the things that they said is they had literally like you turn inside out and look at yourself, and really see I would agree with JJ, see what's important to you and what you want and what brings you joy. Okay.
Trey, I have this image of there are things that you're trying to rotate at your right frequency. And you're not able to do that because you have things that are clinging on to this symbol. There's like this. So part of it is like you have to slough it off in order to be able to spin at your highest frequency, is how I'm feeling. And then that way genuinely who you are, because when you and actually you're starting to feel that you're creating your new family, your own family, because your family didn't work for you. And so setting that boundary gives you a lot of strength. And so it feels like if you can really have that opportunity to clean the pipes, so to speak, dust off, and get at your highest vibration level, it feels like things will be drawn to you. And I don't have a yes or no that you're never going to be in a relationship or anything like that, because I don't know that. So,
but. I really love that, because you know, when we try to be our true authentic self, we're trying to figure that out ourselves. And then when you're trying to figure that out, there's all these unwritten contracts, where it's like you have to like come out to the people around you like, this is what I'm being called to, this is what I do. And a lot of times, I know this community and ourselves, we kind of hide what our true authentic self is because we're trying to figure it out, and we don't want to be judged. We don't want to be the weirdo. And it's like, when you think of like that centrifugal force of like, which I saw the symbol doing,
Mm-hmm.
it like goes through like this wash cycle or rinse cycle where those things that aren't really aligned with us fall off. And yeah.
So thank you, Trey.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to try to get through as many questions as we can. We're doing them in random order. I have promised these two amazing people that we will be done in an hour. So we're not going to get to all of the questions. So questions are closed. Thank you, Trey. Appreciate you being here. And there's more people who have come in. So this is wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Fire Mariah, are you still here? Let us know. And Thomas Terrier Way is like going, I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, I like that song.
Cheers. So, Fire Mariah, if you can let us know you're here. Yes, Fire Mariah is here. Can I please get a message from Spirit?
I am going to let you guys go first. So.
They instantly showed me an X, and in each of the X, it kind of reminded me of, like, you guys know that game Trivial Pursuit, where it's like you answer a question and you get a little piece of the pie, and whoever fills that up at the end is like the winner. So they showed me the X, and then in each of the four corners of this X, there's some words that I can't quite see because it's not for me to see. And it's like, this is where the grandmother comes through with a little bit of sass, and she's like, oh, Fire Mariah, isn't it nice that we can put things in their own little box, their own little compartment, and like, you're separated from this, and you're separated from that, and you're separated, and she's coming through being sassy and just being like, oh, how nice that you have time to put things in a little compartment. They're like, life sometimes isn't like that. And they want to come in and kind of make that more fluid instead of like a straight line. Like, my kids are always like talking about gender fluidity. It's just like, don't make those things so strict. Make those things a little bit more flexible. They can still be there, but let's make them like something in the water. Is kind of the message they're giving me.
I love that, because what I am seeing is I'm seeing symbols that are separated, but they should actually be woven together, because that's what the message that I'm hearing is start to weave together the pieces and parts of you, put them together in a way, because you're separated them out, and you've lost the potency about that. I mean, you can still be potent. Don't think that. It's just the opportunity is going to be different if you have these things working together. Karen, what do you?
I have never seen this sign, and considering, and you guys will know when I say this, so I see a hanged man upside down, like the Hangman Tarot card,
Mhm.
which I don't really know what that means because I don't read tarot. And then half of it was dark, and the other half was really bright, like bright colors and beautiful. And I was like, okay, this makes no sense to me. You're going to have to, and all of a sudden they gave me my sign for stagnancy. And then they grabbed me out of the swamp and just pulled me up. Like I said, I don't know what the hanged man symbol signs means, but I got, yes, that's exactly what it was.
Mhm.
And then the bottom part was dark and kind of, and then the up part was really pretty and sunshiny and really nice. And I got the feeling that that time is over, that time of stagnancy, that time of just these things that just don't work out. So I think it's kind of odd that all of us picked up like that kind of line over kind of stuff.
Wow. And I would say, Friar Mariah, here, it helps if I show you that. This is a pause. It's about getting a new perspective. This references Odin, who hung upside down from a tree to get enlightenment. And it sounds a bit, Karen, what you may be saying is that time is up. Get off of the tree. Start putting things together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Which each one of us talked about time.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Fire Mariah. Yeah. Being in a duality. Yep. Okay.
Y'all are talking about how good the grandkids sound. Wait until they do the high pitched scream.
All right. Leah or Lee Rosado, are you here?
I've seen them in the chat. Yeah.
All right. Well, can I get a message is what Leah said. You're welcome, Fire Mariah.
Yep, there she is.
Yep. You can go if you want.
What is very odd, Leah, is I unfortunately didn't get something for you, but maybe someone around you. And however this fits, I see this male in your life. This would be somebody that they literally, this means when they tuck someone like this, it means under your wing. Could be a child, could be someone that you consider that you're taking care of. And they just gave me this feeling of just worrying about them and like what's going on with this person, how you would like your kid, what's going to happen, and all of a sudden this calmness came over me. Whoever this fits, it's going to be okay. So send them lots of light and love and strength. Hopefully that makes sense for you.
I'm having difficulty connecting with some of the of what's going on with you because it feels very thin. You are pulling yourself very thin over a lot of things, and I'm not. That's just the visual that I'm having, and it's not a. Yeah, that's just the visual I have. I don't know if either of you can work with that.
I would just add to the ingredients into the stew pot that Leah was talking about earlier about an ancestor trying to connect with her. if that makes any help with the direction.
Well, yeah, it does, because the veil's thin, and that means they are trying to connect with you as well, or you are trying to connect with them. Do you know who it is? Because if you know who it is, the thing that just comes through is sit down and have a conversation. I say this a lot. Sit down and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or dinner or something like that. Open the doorway. It's that surprise visit that fills you with good feelings, and I would say lean into that. So
they are also showing me they're showing me you as like a funnel, and I love that it's a funnel because it's like you have like this, this hollowness, and then it opens up, and I see information coming in from 3 different directions and into you. So you're funneling in this what are you funneling in? Like the coding. Like this one is a type of code. This one's kind of something that is like something that's it kind of looks like the Milky Way when there's like some light clouds over it. So I'm not exactly sure what that is. And then this one is unknown to me over here on this side. So one thing that you might want to do is just imagine like you are this hollow bone. You're like this, like a didgeridoo is. It's like you're this hollow thing from the top to the bottom. And that can be different for other people. It can be side to side or whatever. But for right now, we're just going to say it's like this hollow bone that goes like all the way through you, and you're filtering in. So maybe just focusing on opening that up as much as possible for whatever day you're having. And, just sitting there and being a witness. You don't have to understand the things that are coming through. You just have to be a witness and know that, like, either sense that something is happening or just like, have a conversation and just say, what more can I do to be of service?
Well, and I like the way I've always said, JJ, I like what you said in reference to just kind of acknowledging what's going on, because what I have known for me is anything you consider to be a sign, Spirit will use that more often, because you kind of, it's just like when people pass away and they say, oh, I saw butterflies. And then next thing you know, you're always seeing butterflies. That's because Spirit knows that you paid attention to that. If you're a person that listens to or watches numbers, 1 1s, 2 2s, 3 3s, they're going to come at you more like that.
Yes.
So as someone that's more emotional, you're going to come more with the emotions, as long as you call it outright. So the more you look and say, I think that's a sign, you'll get more signs.
I think I appreciate what the two of you have said, because what was very thin is now solid yet transparent and permeable. So there's this lovely clarity about that. So you're welcome. You're welcome. All right.
They're like, carry on. These are your first steps. Carry on. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Leah's here. This is an interesting question. I don't think it's a medical. May I ask, how did I get reattached to the womb? Was there an intervention? I was slated as a tumor.
Whoa.
So, Leah, let us know that you're here. And by the way, I have to appreciate everybody being here. You all are bringing nice energy about this. It makes it a little easier for me. I've not done readings definitely focused on this. So,
Leah was a tubal pregnancy.
Okay. Well, can I state the obvious? Yes, there was an intervention. And there is Wow. Okay. Words, Gerald. Words. Thank you. This has given you, Leah, again, for entertainment purposes only, I'm not a doctor. Because of this, you have some unique skills that you are just developing an awareness of. And it's transitional. It's also allowing that help to come through. And I have something else that's stuck, so I'm going to pause right there. Yeah, it's stuck like a tubal pregnancy, right?
Mhm.
And she said, my mom was on the operating table. A nurse spoke up and said another pregnancy test. It was positive, so I was seen by a specialist and reattached.
Yeah, you were meant to be here this time.
Oh yeah, I mean, no pressure, but it feels very much like you have some special talents that are needed. And it's bizarre because there are symbols that I have not seen before, Leah. When I'm looking at your stuff, it's new. It's like, oh, they're not usually in that color, but okay. Actuarian.
It's very weird. It's very weird what I'm seeing. It's almost like if the tube is like this and you came let me do it. Well, it doesn't really matter. And you came this way. It almost feels like you got attached here, and then I watched the attachment almost move where it needed to be, even though you were attached. It almost feels I see it inching even further down than where they put it in the first place, which is very odd. So it's very odd and very cool to watch.
Is that your personality? Oh yeah. Are you very odd and fun to watch? I think that's what we all think of ourselves.
Yeah.
They're talking about the womb. The first dwelling. Second dwelling, like you're your first dwelling. And like so much is happening in the womb. It almost feels like they're referencing it like the inside of a volcano and all of the things the volcanoes do before the eruption. And it's so interesting they brought the volcano in with all the gurgling and growing and all of that action because it's like the same thing when you give birth. It's just like a lot of stuff is going on, and then it's like you go through the narrow parts, and but they're concentrating on the dwelling, the home of the womb. And it's kind of giving me the direction of helping. I don't know if people come up to you and mention any issues that they had with pregnancy. I'm getting the yes on that. Like that's just a little bit of a direction to go to when women might come to you and talk about things that happened with their womb or their pregnancies. There's a message in between all of that. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Yeah, I'm not right on the nose with that reading, but they're like, that'll do.
Well, it's very different. The energy about it is very different. Like I said, yeah. I've not seen symbols like this before. So, Leah, I hope that gave you some insight. That's interesting. And there's some conversation, Annie Bear, about opossum spirit. So, but okay.
I have a funny story about a possum. I was outside and it was dark, and the lady next door had a bunch of like kittens that were just born, and I was like, "Oh, I saw one up on the railing of the fence," and I'm like, "Oh, which kitty are you?" And I like went right up to it just so I could see it. It was a possum, and it was like, and I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Oops.
you're not a cat.
You're not a cat. I love that. Okay. So I have Annie Bear and then Mars 54. You are next. So Mars 54, if you can let us know if you're here, that's great. And I see Sharon Sipe is here. Annie
Hi,
Bear would
Sharon.
like a message from their spirit team.
Leah, that's so funny. Leah had a kitty possum thing too. That's funny.
So Annie Bear, okay.
I can literally hear us coming from the living room. So the grandbabies are actually watching. Hi, Emerson
Hi,
and
grandbaby.
Eloise.
Hi. Oh, wait a minute. Do that again, but I'm going to embiggen you. Do that again. Say hi
Hi,
to them.
babies.
Cool.
Eloise, Emerson. Hi.
We had to take a moment for the
Scream
baby.
hi really loud. Scream hi. Say it again. Did you hear?
Yep.
Hi.
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 Okay.
Hi.
And Mom's going, shh, shh. Okay, so message from my spirit team, please.
Is it okay if I go first?
Mm-hmm.
Annie Bear,
Mhm.
you are exactly where you need to be. You are being present and where you are. The work that you are doing is keeping things quite moving along. You have this awareness, you have this curiosity. Something that is also coming through is there is a need for you to be willing to let things come to fruition in their own time rather than trying to push them through. Sometimes they're very quick and sometimes they need to germinate a little longer. And but you are completely you're taking your I get this sense of you're playing with the appropriate elements in the fire and weaving it together to share a story and an image or a picture. So is what I'm seeing. So Annie Bear says that is so me.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to go, JJ?
Mine's just really quick, Annie. I'm curious if you're going in a different direction with your writing or your artwork. I know that you had said in the video, and if everybody wants to like subscribe to Annie Bear 7F, which stands for Seven Feathers. Annie is an amazing poet and an artist. But they showed me that you have you have this crown that's made out of something from nature, and you're putting on something that goes towards the unknown. The more I kind of feel like it's going towards the stars, but they just want to call it unknown. That it's going. Your stories are going more into the like unseen, unknown realm.
Yeah.
I would 100% agree with both of you because I like the way, Gerald, I think you said germinate. And it's very funny because right before you said that, what I saw her was planting herself as if she was a tree or something. And she planted herself and she watered herself and she's just sitting there. And then I'm just watching you slowly grow. And it was great because some of the things, like the water that was being poured on you, some of it you needed. And so it stays in your body. But the other stuff, it almost felt like, oh, I know how to do this already. And it ran through you. You picked little pieces of particles of what you needed. And then it went into the ground and flourished the grass next to you. So it was really awesome for you to kind of, they're going with the gold sifter again, for you to sift through what you needed and let the rest go through you and to continue to grow and stand in your strength, so it was wonderful to watch you do that.
Cool.
So there you go, Annie Bear. Kaylee Fogopogo said Tanis at Twillo Lifestyle has videos on all different star seeds. So, and she and Jen are on my channel tomorrow. We're talking about the reticular activating system, which will be very, very fascinating. So,
wow.
And we now know Annie Bear's secret. Nobody else tell anybody that she's a tree. So don't do it.
She's a tree.
She's a tree. So Annie's like, I'm so going to listen to this again. So great. Mars 54 is here. Saw them. And after Mars 54, and I don't know if Gray is still here. If Gray, if you're still here, that would be great. Let me know. And Mars 54 said, question, I would appreciate guidance on next steps. Any new directions to take over the next 6 months or so?
They instantly showed me like somebody pouring cement on a sidewalk, and they have you walking in the cement. And I kind of like that visual because it's like you can still walk in the cement and the stuff might become heavy, but not while you're walking through it because it's like moisture. So it's like the steps that you're taking right now, maybe don't pause on the steps that you're taking because, you're walking through cement, like having that visual of like, keep on going. And hopefully it ends in a mud puddle where you can like wash this stuff off. And they're like, you can think of that wet cement as like a mold when somebody's making a mold of something, like a beautiful piece of pottery or something, like they're going into like a vase or pottery, and they're like, you have this cement and it's like breaking the mold. It goes straight to the voice. So Mars, I don't know if you have like this, like a sound healing type thing emerging or not.
The whole time you were talking, I was thinking about the plaster cast the grandbabies and I did. So it was funny because I'm in my head, I'm watching them do the casts and it's sticking and it had a little bit on them. So for me, I would have to go along with that, just keep moving, keep trucking, wash off the stuff. This is, for some of us, this is a really good time. And they push me back over to Trey. Our first reading that we had, which is letting go of the stuff and getting rid of those things that no longer serve us and that we're still kind of hanging on to. So, yeah.
Mars said at the beginning of picking up singing again.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I feel like that vibration of you doing this joyous thing, this emotional thing, the vibration and the resonance of it breaks any other mold that is looking to fall off and emerge. So singing again is a great beginning.
Yes, because
So Mars, if you could like close your eyes really quick, and I would like anybody who wants to send love and light to her throat chakra. I would like you to just envision this beautiful light coming in. Atu atu eme ikne ishene urama uta 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 ambrasane ete ishene ura aktu ote eme ishene ura. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
yeah, I also get the idea. I mean, I appreciate the conversation about cement, because what you're doing is you're sloughing off old molds, and you're creating, you're leaving impressions, because you may be working in multi dimensions. So you're setting those up, but you have to keep moving, and you have to do it with intention so that those molds are appropriate. So,
And along with that, I would say it is fine. See if this sounds right to you, Mars, when I say this. But they're asking you to hold a tone. If a tone comes into your brain, or a note, or whatever you want to do, it doesn't have to come out in complete song. If all of a sudden you feel like holding a tone, just do it. Just hold that tone for a little bit and don't question it.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Doing that for a year. Excellent. All right. I didn't hear from Gray. All right. I'm curious about this one. This is going to probably be our last one. Steve Watts, are you here? Here, let me do this. Steve Watts, please pick up the white courtesy phone. Steve Watts, please pick up the white courtesy phone. I need to make one of those that's appropriate for light language. So, because Steve's question is can Spirit give me any clues? Yes. Okay. And it's Mickey. Okay. It's Mickey. Okay. So, can Spirit give Mickey any clues of when I will meet this man I'm connecting with spiritually, psychically, I think.
Yeah.
I know, getting impatient, LOL.
Are you connecting to him in like dream time at all, Mickey? Like how do you know, like how do you sense connection with this person? I'm just curious because I know Karen's told a couple of stories of being able to connect with somebody before she meets them. Right, Karen? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just meet my people in a bar. You go to dream time.
Mickey said it's a strong feeling.
So the reason why I was smiling and I was doing this is because you're probably not going to like my answer, because I didn't like what I had to do. And that is a lot of work on self. And there's going to be, this is kind of long because there's a couple of other people in the room that need this too. It has a lot to do with this. First and foremost, it's looking at yourself and seeing what attributes that you have. And I had to think about past relationships and what other people had said. What I also did, I want to be very careful how I say things. What I also did was I envisioned a silhouette, and I sent love and light to this silhouette and said, I'm doing the best that I can do to heal myself. And I'm sending you loving, healing light. And I imagine sending as much love to this person. And I didn't know at the time who it was. And so I sent lots of love, lots of light, and just kept working on me and what I was missing and what things that I had noticed about myself that I didn't much like. Then, okay, you're doing that. Awesome. Then one of the things that what people don't realize is sometimes other people just need their space to heal, and so what I'm seeing for you is that you might be there, but this other person may not be there. And sometimes twins don't have to be together. And I know that that's hard to hear. I'm not saying that you're not going to be together with this person. I'm just saying sometimes there is that chaser runner kind of thing going on until one person steps in their work, then it comes together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally does to me.
Yeah. And I think that you're the perfect person because you've walked that walk and dreamed the dreams. And yeah, when I read this question, I'm like, Karen's going to be able to help. So
yeah, because I do travel at night and I do send it. And so it's a kind, Steve, I know how it feels to connect with that person and have that connection and not be able to grasp it and hold it. And so right now is just sending as much love and as much healing for that person, and then stepping into the truth of you, which is so hard to do. And I asked when are they coming to you, and I got told, we're not giving you the trophy, which means they're not going to tell me when this is going to happen, because they're not going to give you the trophy. I know it's like, they're not going to give you the trophy without you running the race. There's no participation trophy on this one. So
right. And Mickey said healing 63 years of trauma, abuse, and flying with it.
Wow.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Mickey. Not easy.
It's not easy at all. And I would say also look at your, I'm trying to give me the word. There's a different word for this, and I think someone's going to have it in the room. It is the way you bond with other people. What is your bonding style? But bonding's not the word that I'm looking for, but it's the only word I have right now. And it's the way that you could have this connection in, and it's not trauma bond either. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's the way, it's those of us that have been abused. We have a way of connecting with other people that it's kind of hard. It's attachment. Thank you, Fogo. What is your attachment style? That is exactly what I was looking for. What is your attachment style? Because there is some things that need to get looked at in that sort of thing. What is your attachment style when you step into a relationship? How does that look? Can you be too needy for somebody? Can you be too aloof with somebody? And I would invite you to look at that and see what your style is and how you can change that style. And it's hard.
Yeah, not easy.
No. I think the only thing that I would add to that is I keep getting this image of there's these crossing paths, but like you're in the same city, but you're two streets apart. and so you're not meeting up. And and Karen, when you were talking about the idea of is you're sending that light out there for that person, make
Mhm.
sure you also are putting light out for yourself, because you are creating a beacon,
Mhm.
and the other will also be creating a beacon, so that there's there it feels very much that it's like the searchlights. There's a whole bunch of searchlights going on in my symbols right now, and sooner or later those are going to cross, and then that's going to be the connection.
That's a really cool
Yeah.
way to explain something, Gerald. That's really
So
cool.
thank you.
The only thing I'm getting is that when we were all wearing masks that time, and some are still now, it's like they're showing me when you have that mask on, but then you take it down to, like, if you're, in your car or whatever, and you're taking a bite of tea, whatever. The thing is that the mask is right here, and there's some work in the throat area. Topa, titono, and it's like there's like different things to this. It's communication with spirit. It's communication with your own true soul self. Because when we talk to our own true soul self, it kind of cuts out the people in the middle. Like, you're going to the person who's making the product. You don't have to, like, go to 3 different places. They want you to just go right into your soul self. And it's like you can hear how I'm talking, and it's like it's choppy. It's like the connection is there, but it's just a way to really attune to your true soul self. And it sounds like you're doing lots of that kind of work anyways, so good job with that. But I am feeling a really, really tight throat area.
Yeah, Mickey, I
And
think.
it's funny that you
Go ahead.
It's funny that you say that. That's about when I started choking really hard. It's like that definitely. And I think one of the things, Steve, that you said, I'm too trusting and I'm too open. And sometimes what that does is leaves us in a space where we do too much for other people. And I would invite you to, I don't want you to think when I say this that you don't love yourself, but I would invite you to get in a relationship with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Take yourself out to dinner, buy yourself flowers, whatever it is that you would do for your partner, do it for yourself.
Yes.
Or whatever you would want a partner to do for you, do it for yourself, because then that helps to amplify and to adjust the light so that the frequency is there. So, and I'm healing my bruised and battered inner self, and she's happy. I wear a mask whenever out due to emphysema, that I'm healing naturally. Yes, I'm learning to say no more. And I think that's really, really powerful.
Great job.
I love that, because you're doing the work.
Yeah.
You're doing the work, and the work is hard. Yeah. So I think that's really powerful.
It is hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
But the more work that you do, the thing that you don't want is to have your twin or your soulmate or your person come into your life and then leave because it's just not there yet, or you're just not ready. And so take care of you. It's a hard thing to do, but take care of you. You're doing awesome.
Yeah. And Wayne is saying sympathetic magic. Put it out there. So, wow. Okay, we are at an hour and 4 minutes, and we're going to end here. I'm imagining, we could do another one of these.
Yes. I love when we have the communications, and it was just this beautiful buildup of communicating. And it's like even Annie Bear just did a video of where they're like, you know what, I'm owning it. I'm channeling when I'm doing my artwork. And I'm just like, yay. And how, you know what, they did want me, when I was doing the description, they wanted to call it light language channelings instead of mini readings. So I'm going to go with that. I don't know if that fits for everybody, but that's what they wanted me to say.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Light language mini.
I just want to say hi to my friend Gary back home. Hope it's not cold in Colorado. Hi.
Hi, Gary. Cool picture again. Wow, cool pics, everybody.
Yeah, everybody's bringing it. Best chatters are bringing it. Everybody, thank you. And Mickey said you all are awesome. And yes, I know. I'm just impatient to begin this new journey. Girl, you're already on it. You're already on it.
Yeah, I would say you're almost middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
So one step at a time, and there's a lot of power in that. A lot of power.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Karen. Anything you want to tell people before we end?
Yes, I do. Tonight at let me see, at 6:45 Pacific time, there's going to be the Healing Light that Kevin Lewis puts on. It'll be on my channel too. And are you guys going to be a part of that, do you suppose?
I was not at this point.
No. Okay.
I want to spend grandbaby time.
Oh, absolutely. So it's a bunch of us who have different modalities. And Kevin Lewis hosts it, and it's pretty much just about 30 minutes of energy work. And we're all quiet. He plays some music. We all do our thing, whether it's Reiki, shamanism, whatever. And then we just, check in with the community and see how they're doing. If you can't watch it live, it's okay. Just watch it on replay if you need a little healing in your life, a little relaxation.
Yes, great.
I think for the holidays, yes, we might all need that.
I think we all do need that. So
yeah.
So all right. Thank you. Thank you. You're both wonderful. And thank you. All of the best chatters are great.
That's
and we'll have this exit, and we will see you again soon. Bye, everybody.